Well, the story of the Exodus is preceded by 10 plagues that just about destroy the country of Egypt. And at first, this story seems to be too harsh and vindictive, and that it's punishing innocent people, and what kind of God would do that? But there is so much more to this story. So welcome to this week's Shabbat Shalom devotional, when I seek to share just a little inspiration and bring a little peace to the close of your very busy week. This week's Torah reading is from Exodus chapter 6, verse 2 through 9, verse 35. It's called Va'ira, which means I appeared. Now, this is a story of tyranny and persecution of the Jewish people. But in all fairness to the people of Israel, there were really bright moments in the story. Number one, the midwives that defied the orders of Pharaoh. They were possibly Egyptian midwives serving the Hebrew women. They were heroic. Pharaoh's daughter defied the orders of her very father to adopt this Hebrew boy. That's very heroic. When you think about it, Pharaoh did not kill Moses when he appeared before him. He could have. Moses had killed an Egyptian. He had turned against Egypt. Here he was speaking against Pharaoh. A dictator would just kill someone like that, but he didn't. And in the very end of the story, which we'll read, I think, next week, the Egyptians actually give the Israelites gold and all kinds of valuables, and some of the Egyptians left with them. So this is a story, a mixed story of both evil and good. But nevertheless, it is a story of great confrontation between God and Pharaoh himself, but also with the gods of Egypt. Pharaoh was considered divine. He was a mediator between the people and the gods. He was considered an embodiment. Pharaoh Ramses, the name Ramses actually means the son of Re, the son of the sun god. The God of Israel is about to expose the impotency of not only Pharaoh, but all of the gods that they thought were ruling over Egypt. Each plague was another blow at another god, and the ability of Pharaoh to mediate with that god. So the gods of the ancient world were very territorial, and Egypt had gods that protected them and provided for them. And in chapter 7, verse 5, God says this, that the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I stretch out my hand on Egypt and bring out the children of Israel from among them. So he was going to rescue his people from inside the territory of Egypt, showing that he was greater than the gods of Egypt. Interesting. And we're going to read next week in chapter 12, verse 12, but I want to cover it today, that in the final plague, the death of the firstborn, God says this, that he is acting, quote, against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. So this was all against the gods of Egypt, and that included Pharaoh. Yes, the people would suffer the effect of these plagues, but it was not about punishing the people. It was about exposing the false gods that they believed in and relied on, and showing the people of Egypt who is the one true God. I believe that's why many left with the Israelites. They had seen the light, they saw the truth, and they wanted to go with them and follow the true God. So as you take a Shabbat break this weekend, my prayer for you is that you will see how great is our God. He is all-knowing, all-powerful, and without any boundaries or limits. You too can follow him, even if it means leaving your Egypt behind. And with that, I wish you Shabbat Shalom.